In the future, I totally forgot something.
But if we can travel back in time to remind you of what you forgot.
Yeah, we're going to go back to there.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal Dave's trip to Jupiter, where we just remembered that there was something important in our present timeline. We came out of Emperor Pilaf's closet. Hey, did you people come out? Who do you think you are, coming and going out of my closet?
It's a nice closet. It holds a lot of people. So we want to go back. We just got to go there.
Go back to Narnia?
Yes. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to go. So...
There's an odd man who lives near the cave.
Yeah, these are the Mystics. So, I'm going to have to talk about this a little bit. So, Chrono Trigger has a underlying theme of fantastic racism. So...
That seems weirdly common in JRPGs.
Yes. This is one of the games I think helped inspire it. Now, this isn't so bad here. They do a nice job of it, I would say.
Okay.
But...
Because I've played a few games that tried to hammer it home just a little too hard, and it got really old.
First, from where do these earrings chantings originate?
Yumo goi goi vai di chao, yumo goi goi vai di chao.
As you can see, they're worshipping the main villain of the game, Magus. Clearly the main villain.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Magus. These guys,
Magus!
So Magus commanded all these creatures, and they waged war, and that's his statue over there.
Okay.
You can say one of the primary inspirations for Sephiroth, probably.
There was a war with Magus 400 years prior to this timeline.
Yes.
Which we already visited.
Yes, and this is going to be very important. We're going to go back and explore that.
Sephiroth.
Mark it. Let's do this.
Nothing to sell to humans.
We're gonna have to fight for our items.
Man, the bouncer's here.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like Sephiroth. I know a lot of girls who like Sephiroth because he's very pretty, I guess. But there is a different character who kind of resembles Sephiroth that I really like. Maybe that's for another day.
Frack. I forgot about that.
1.5 times hit on MG enemies.
Oh yeah,
so the Demon Edge hits magic enemies?
Yep. But right now, yeah, these are some pretty powerful items, but right now we can't afford a lot of these.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to buy a tonic.
So we're going to focus on healing items?
A little bit. A lot of these ones, we don't have enough to afford them. So we can come back here later when we can. But right now, we're going to focus on things that will help us out a little bit.
Instead of things that will help us out a lot.
Unfortunately, yeah. So we're going to go here. I think.
So, presumably they gave us a hint as to where we want to go.
Yeah. So they said to the west. So, forest ruins.
That's the forest ruins.
So we're going to try and move to the west here. Whee!
Melchior's. Melchior?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Really?
Yeah, this is the guy from the...
This guy is straight up a character in Xenogears.
Yeah. This is also where we get... so this is... I can upgrade... Oh, I don't have enough to upgrade Chrono. Let's see. I'm not going to sell an Aether, but I'll sell this. Yeah, I'll sell that. Sell that! Sell that.
And while he's at it, he's going to use, like, nanomachines to go enhance our mecha so that Veltal can go id super mode.
Alright, now I can afford one. We'll upgrade.
A little different character design here, but, wow.
Yeah, here's the thing. He was also from the Millennium Fair. The guy who was,
No, because, okay, so the three wise men are Caspar, Balthazar, and Melchior. And they appear... Well, they appear in the Bible, but they also appear in Xenogears as scientists who appear at different points in the story.
So, death to the Mystic's enemy!
To the Mystic's enemy.
But one of the reasons I want to talk about the fantastic racism stuff is because in Chrono Cross, it got to stupid points.
Okay.
Well, there's this one infamous part in Chrono Cross where they actually have fairies blame the death of their comrades on humans, even though the dwarves did it. And it kind of gets to the point of that's a little bit. It's blaming humans for.
That reminds me of Tales of Symphonia, where they had like half elves and elves, or like elves and humans all hate half elves because half elves are supposedly evil or something like that. And it gets really dumb as it goes on.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue with some RPGs and how they handle that type of thing. And I'm not against doing that as a story concept. Just do a good job of it, is my opinion.
It's a difficult subject to tackle. Probably especially for Japan, actually, because they're a largely homogenous country. So for them, like, racism is, like, either against non-Japanese or against, like, even other Asian cultures, which, as, like, Americans, we easily get confused because, you know, that's the world we live in.
Yep. It's true. We're gonna do a rocket roll.
There was an X that flashed over your head. What was that?
Oh.
Are you unable to do a certain tech or
I
spell?
don't know, actually. It just kind of happened very quickly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, eyeball with an X, so you have, like, blindness.
I think I can't use Matt.
Accuracy down.
Yeah, but I used to... Let's see, I heals Chrono up here a bit. We're gonna go forward to adventure!
I definitely find, like, in JRPGs, fantasy racism to be a strange topic to tackle.
It's not a bad topic to tackle if you do a good job of it.
Yeah, it depends. I guess because, you know, if they can find a way to make it relevant both within the world and without the world, it works really well. Yeah. And this is where I go off on the Xeno stuff again, is that Xeno manages to make it interesting in different ways because they have these things called Realians, which are essentially like artificial humans. They're not androids because they're kind of like organic, they're squishy, but they are artificial, and there's definitely like some racism against them, and there's some characters that they have in the story that really like exemplify that racism, but when you find out the reasons behind those characters' motivations, both the character who's racist and the characters that he's racist against, it becomes like far more profound. And so like that's an example of it done right, I would say.
Okay, sweet. I managed to take out those guys in one.
Wow.
Yeah, those guys were the opposite of the other dudes who were weak to physical attacks. Those guys were strong against them and were weak to techs and stuff.
Nice. I wish I could talk more about it, but that would be like massive spoilers for different like Xeno games.
Definitely, I can understand that.
But it's such a good thing because I think they did it really well. Because I have a great amount of respect for the story.
Oh, hey, these dudes.
Slimes!
Roly-polies, actually. They just appear like slimes. I'm just gonna tech them again. I just want them dead.
Oh no, Dave has developed a case of fantasy racism. He wants them all dead.
Yes, they are preventing me from taking over the world, which is Chrono's clear goal. Chrono doesn't say anything, but you know what he wants. Ah, bats.
That's always the fun of a silent protagonist. You can insert your own ideas into their head.
I've had fun with that on occasion, I will admit.
Sometimes I like to think that Link is just tired of this shit.
Well, in the Persona games, and I guess technically the Shin Megami Tensei series as a whole, in 4 I pretended the guy was like a huge hero fan. I'm gonna make sure I can actually hit all these things. I just need Chrono to actually get his tech off. Come on, Chrono, yes. Rocket Roll. This is kind of great. Rocket Roll so far is just really good for taking out multiple opponents, and it does a lot of damage.
And they get to form a tower of power.
Yep. You spin me right round, baby, right round. It doesn't take a lot of MP from either, so it's a really good early attack for them. Alrighty. Now, let's see if I can... dang it. Alright, spit him out.
It barfed out octopuses.
No! Frack! I hate when enemies do that.
Ooh, yeah.
Alright. Come on.
Okay, yeah, I see. He's getting hit by, like, the octopus ink, and so his accuracy's going down.
Yeah. So, we're gonna have to use Rocket Roll again. This is kind of just, like, the best attack so far for me.
Now, I don't know that we've ever seen a tech miss. Is that possible?
I don't. I never had it happen to me in any of the games.
I forget what game it was, but there's some other games like this where I remember kind of thinking that the special abilities like that are 100% accurate.
I remember. So, okay, this might not be obvious, but when I'm doing this, the river actually does make me a little slower here.
Really? Because it seemed like you were walking just fine on it.
Yeah. I'm going to
Village of Magic.
Let's use a shelter, because I can.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely the most efficient way to do it when you're at a save point.
Yeah, gotta make sure.
Did it take hold?
There we go.
There you go. Okay, good.
Death
to the Mystic's enemies.
A little bit of a boss.
Out comes Yakon, the beast of the Dark Planet.
We're going to attack. Let's see what we do. Robo Tackle.
But bonus points to anybody who remembers the monster I was referencing. That.
Okay, he takes a lot. Well, I probably should mention... Alright. So let's see.
Yeah, he also does a lot.
Cyclone Water. I'm gonna start using magic on him.
That seems to be the idea.
Yeah, okay. This is what I like to call an emphasis boss.
Okay, so he's expecting you to use magic, right?
Yeah. So...
But he's gone into, like, a guarding position just now.
Yeah, I think he's setting up his attack, so it's kind of warning you.
Water wave.
Water!
Blub, 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 blub.
So heal up before... Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, so this is what in game design is known as a skill check boss, where they're basically... The boss is set up in a certain way to test if the players have understood the mechanics up until that point.
Yeah.
A really popular one is Ornstein and Smo from Dark Souls, where it's basically like, have you figured out how this game works yet? And if not, you die horribly.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you've checked out some of our videos, you know how to cheese him through the wall.
Well, you know, we could talk about Spark Mandrill and his amazing...
Yeah, Spark Mandrill is a little bit like that, too. Where he's a lot harder if you don't understand his weakness.
Yeah. So, Lightning.
So, what does he take from Lightning?
That.
133, that's a good number.
Yep.
Cyclone / water. So it's kind of like telling us what element these attacks are, I guess. Go ahead, try an attack. Yes, we will. Wait a minute. So if you don't attack him during this phase, will he come out of it and then he won't do his wave attack?
No. This is just to warn you. Have your people, HP ready.
So, well, because there's some other games like this where the boss will go through this phase, and if you don't attack him, yeah, so you attacked him and he did Water Wave.
Yep.
So my question is that will he not do anything and come out of that phase if you don't attack him during that time?
Brief counterattack break. So.
Yeah, so he goes into a counter stance, and you gotta wait him out.
Ah, yeah.
That's what I'm seeing, because there's a boss in Final Fantasy VII, I believe, who's just like that, where it's like a Mecha Scorpion, I think, and if you just wait for its tail to go down, it goes out of a counterattack stance.
Yeah, fair.
Because we're in the active time battle system, so we can just wait these things out.
True. Come on. No, not Robo!
Stop spinning water on my circuits.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
I would be more upset if you spilled soda, though. My circuits would be sticky.
Thankfully, I healed Robo.
Unfortunately, Robo has a high maximum, so you can heal him up pretty high.
Yeah. Robo is one of the... Okay, so I'm going to wait him out. Let's see.
Luca just keeps making me think of two characters. One, Bulma, and the other, Lucoa. I can't decide which one.
Yeah, so we gotta wait him out.
Yeah, so, whatever, like, guard command or just, like, healing commands you can do. I guess we decided last time that there was no guard command.
I don't remember finding one. So, let's see.
I might have to check really quick.
Check if there is a guard command. There is, then there is, but... And again, I rarely use guard in games sometimes. Some RPGs really don't need it. Oh shoot. I made a boo-boo there.
Oh no.
Okay. Cure beam. Okay, it's fine.
Is there a defend command in Chrono Trigger? No, there is not.
I was right!
We have been correct the whole time. GameFAQs wouldn't lie to us, would it?
You never know. Alright, so this is a brief counterattack break. So I just gotta...
Seikuron!
Come on. He really does not like Luca.
Well, she would be the squishiest, I suppose.
Chrono, more lightning!
I have the power!
Oh, dang it.
What's a wave?
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna focus on healing for a bit. Oh, frackin' A.
Oh, is that gonna wipe out?
It might take out Robo.
It did.
So, I'm just gonna have to...
Alright. Hard healing turn.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen. I'm gonna make sure I have the revives ready.
Alright, he's back up to 50.
And then... And I'm just gonna use that on Robo.
And 200. He's up to 250.
Thankfully I did.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Alright.
This game has ramped up in difficulty since last time we played it.
Yes it did. Alright. Cool. Alright, so...
This is that skill check we were talking about. Do you know how to play the game yet?
Yes. Let's get... Do I have any tonics left?
I like to think that the healing beam is full of nanomachines, son.
I might have to switch out my characters. if this doesn't go well.
Yeah, I feel like we got to be pretty close to a victory.
And
also pretty close to a defeat.
I'm just gonna revive our friend over there.
Oh god, it's one of those square menus where they have the maximum number of...
won.
There you go. Wait, what did he say?
Lavos. Magus has been fighting
the world of lava.
Yes.
The world would have belonged to us, to Mystics.
Yep. That's one of the things. The Mystics really want to take over the world, and they want to, rule it.
Magic versus science or something?
Yeah, a little bit of the theme of that. But we did it. We taken him down.
In the Middle Ages, Magus created Lavos, the destroyer of this planet's future.
Yep. So...
I have a funny feeling that that is not all there is to it.
No, it's not.
Jump it. Did we heal?
Don't worry. We'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you. Whee!
Boom. Now we're going to go see my mom.
Hi, Mom. Can you heal me, Mom? I have a boo-boo.
We're going to go to my bed. And we won that battles.
Oh, man. Okay, so I have a hypothesis that they're going to keep giving us different origin stories for Lavos. And until we finally get to the truth of the matter.
Yeah, we're going to get some stuff about it. And again...
Like Lavos has existed throughout the ages, influencing everything.
You're going to see how it changes up. I'm going to buy some healing items now.
Fritz.
Yep.
I hope your stuff is not on the fritz like you are.
Like I said,
Oh, hey, it's the dude we saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the guillotine.
Yeah. And because of it.
Ethers.
Yeah. See, things have effects.
Dad, I'm still alive.
This is kind of one of the things...
Have you made me money yet?
This is kind of one of the things of what I like about Chrono Trigger is that everything has, consequences to an extent. So you can actually see that.
That's what's cool about games like this.
I'm going to buy one.
Like, little things you do have a greater impact. And I mean, not to knock modern games, but it's so much... Because they're so much more complicated, it's a lot harder to have all those details in there.
So we got a mid-tonic, so that will help us out in future stuff. So
okay.
I'm also going to organize my item menu. I think. How do I do that? Of course, I gotta do the...
No, wait, there's an organize option on the top right. Can you...
Yep.
Okay, so what did that do to us?
It put all our healing items first.
That's good.
So that... It put all our important stuff first, which is... Actually, that's a nice bit of game design there. So I'm going to save here. And we'll end it here for now. We took down a boss and we did stuff. We will continue on, and hopefully I will remember more things.
Next time, Space Cadets, on Hal Dave's trip to Jupiter.
Alright, back in cave.